Being a cop on the streets of Hong Kong is pretty hard work. You gotta have cat-like reflexes, precision to shoot, and the ability to take on anything. When hunting down criminals, you must have the most accurate shot, like this. Or even more so, like this. Or if you're truly skilled, you can pretty much just do this.
Hello everybody, what is up? Proptos here, and today we're going to be talking about another kind of classic game that came out a decent bit ago. Probably wasn't one of the big AAA titles, but it was definitely one I enjoyed, which was Stranglehold. This game came back out, thinking about 2007. It was available on Windows PC, PlayStation 3, and the Xbox 360. And this was actually Midway's first game that used the Unreal Engine 3 and was developed in collaboration with John Woo. So Stranglehold actually uses a heavily modified version of the Unreal Engine 3. Among these modifications is a Massive Destruction, also known as Massive D, a set of physics technologies that allows players to destroy nearly every object in the level. Stranglehold also incorporates a body swapping technique that randomizes parts of an enemy character models, producing a varied characters rather than just repetitious clones. Stranglehold also incorporates location-based damage. The AI responds in different ways depending on where they're hit. Now this game at the time was kind of just like, I remember seeing some stuff about it at E3, and then finally there was actually a demo that hit, so I was like, yeah, why not? It's free, I'll go ahead and try this out. And then later on I was like, holy shit, this is actually pretty freaking hilarious. Mainly because one of the main things that freaking got me was the precision aiming. Now, this is basically one of the modes that uses tequila time. Yes, the main character's name, Detective Tequila. But basically, this allows you, after you collect so many cranes, you eventually get more and more different skills. But with this one in particular, is what probably made the game just hilarious as shit for me. So basically, when you use it, it kind of does a single aim, and you get the aim pretty much anywhere on their body. And the first thing I do is like, can I aim at his crotch? Just to be hilarious. So I shoot it, and as you saw from the first part of the video, it literally hits right into his crotch. You see blood going out, and you just see the guy like kneel over in pain. And of course you can do headshots, knee shots, and all that stuff. And oddly enough is when you do shoot some of the characters, I guess they have simulated blood loss, so they actually can, die after a certain amount of time if you just kind of sit there in a level. Though, I know probably this whole reason would probably be like, oh, that's kind of an immature reason, but I'm sorry, that was just hilarious. Now let's get to the gameplay of this game. Now I said before, this is definitely not a AAA title, but it definitely is pretty dang fun. Now this one is more of a Hong Kong style action film and is derived off of John Woo's previous films like The Hard Boiled and The Killer. Now this game has also been compared to games like Max Payne, which Max Payne was actually influenced by John Woo's films, so you can kind of see why. Now for the gameplay, there are some parts that seem kind of silly, like literally to do anything, it's either you're gonna run or you're just gonna freaking full-on dive forward or run straight up a rail, being like as extra as you possibly can. But that part's also pretty funny too, because there's parts where it's like, hey, couldn't I just, simply jump up this area and, be simple? It's like, nope, you gotta get a little bit of a running start and literally leap into the air and just slide onto the platform you're trying to get to. Which is also equally pretty funny, but this game actually was pretty fun when you inclusion with the tequila time, because when you did actually dive forward or dive back, everything went in slow motion, and you could sit there and try to do the classic movie scenes where you're like diving forward, shooting the enemies, which is pretty cool. You had other modes, which with standoff you would also use tequila time, where you would be surrounded by enemies and having to try to shoot them while also dodging side to side and basically trying not to get hit while the camera also spins. That part can get a little hard at times, because it's like sometimes if you're not quick enough, it'll go kind of a little bit too fast at times, and basically it's like, okay, it's kind of getting dizzy here. other than that, it's pretty dang fun. Now before, when I talked about the game does have indestructible environments, it is actually pretty cool because you will see certain objects in the game, certain platforms that have like a little bit of glimmer of light onto it, and when you shoot those like such as signs, they'll actually come crash down the enemies, or you can literally shoot and it'll knock out a whole platform, making all the people who are trying to kill you basically fall down below, which actually made some levels actually pretty fun. Now for the story, basically it kind of starts out classic kind of cop and robber story and stuff. Basically, you're searching for your partner, you find out your partner was killed, and of course Detective Tequila, his sergeant, tells like, no, don't go by yourself, and he's like, I played by my own rules. And basically go out, kind of found out your partner supposedly got shot, so then you're trying to go through half of these people who are distributing drugs and trying to actually stop them. And then of course you find out, oh my god, he was undercover the whole time. Detective Tequila has a secret romance. So it definitely is kind of a cliche story, but it's still pretty dang fun. There are parts of the game that are kind of like a bit of a horde mode style, where basically you get in a building, they give you, for whatever reason, 2 guitar cases, but they have your weapons and ammo, and before the whole horde mode starts, you place them strategically, because both of those are going to basically regenerate your health and refill all your ammo, and they don't try to use them too quick because they do take a little bit of time to regenerate. But that aspect of the game is actually pretty fun. So if you're wondering if this game is supposed to be the biggest blockbuster hit, of course we didn't get a second one, but other than that, this game was pretty fun for when it came out. Now, if this is a game that actually to you sounds like, hey, this would be pretty fun to play, luckily for you, it's actually really relatively super cheap, because yeah, as you can tell, the game's pretty dang old, but you can easily find copies, the standard editions, for about $4.99 pre-owned, or if you really want to go special edition, you can actually find it for only like $6.99, which is only like $2 extra, so not really a bad deal at all. And of course, it won't stand up to a lot of the AAA games at the time, but this is kind of just a game where it's like, yeah, you know it's not perfect, but it's still pretty fun. It actually does have some of its challenging parts, and some of the levels are actually fun with how the destructibility goes and just how to utilize your skills. So for a lot of these games I'm going to start doing now, I'm actually going to start giving them a bit of a ratings, because before I kind of just talked about it, I was like, no, I should actually start kind of rating these ones. Now these aren't going to be compared to like current gen systems and the current gen AAA titles and all that. But basically, based off, this game gets a pretty good 6.5 out of 10. Yeah, some of the graphics do look a little bit weird before, because I mean, take for granted this was actually on a really heavily modified version of Unreal Engine 3, but still looks pretty decent. Even after the amount of time it's aged, it still doesn't look pretty bad. I've seen worse older 360 titles in this game. So all in all, the gameplay of course is not perfect, but it's still, if you're looking for a game to kind of have some just kind of good old cheesy fun, some just like, you know, haha, I shot him in the dick, that's hilarious. But yeah, but all in all, the game is actually pretty fun. It is a pretty fun little adventure to go through, and like I said, for $4.99, you can't really go wrong, and you're not going to lose a lot of that, and you're still going to have a good time. So that's about all I have for this game. I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you have any recommendations on older titles I should check out and review, please comment down in the box below. And of course, if you are new here, be sure to subscribe, and also follow us on Twitter, because that's where we're going to have all the updates on what kind of content's coming up and all that. Currently right now we are finishing up the Dead or Alive 5 Last Round series. That should be coming up probably sometime after this video, and then after that we may start up Tekken 7. So as usual, thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you guys later.